My name is Taja-Symone, and this is my Rise Professionalism review for myself for this month. My attitude, logic, and behaviors influence my projects by causing me to be able to create the best thing I could really create. Like I just kind of went into it with like a really want to learn attitude, like a really okay, I'm gonna do research about this, watch these videos, read this to kind of give myself as much of a push in the right direction as possible so that way I could create the best thing I could create. And that helped influence my projects by making me not have to make as many changes if I went into it with the right head and the right mind, right clarity, all that good stuff. If I had to grade my overall performance on a 100-point scale based on effort or intent, I'm confident I did a 90 or above, just because I feel like I did try really hard on my. I've never done web design or website design at all, so I just feel like that I went into it with a really good mind. So I just feel like on that scale, I would be at least a 90. I feel like I worked really hard, and for someone that hasn't ever done web design, I feel like I did a pretty good job with being able to get across my point with all the necessary changes that I made and things, assets that I created, etc. As I started working on my projects, I realized I wanted to know more about like pairing, like font pairing and like aesthetics and things like that. Like I've taken the aesthetics course previously and I really did enjoy that course. It made me think a lot about how brand consistency works and how certain things match together, and I just really enjoy making like brand profiles and making with brand strategies, and these are the fonts we're using, this is the patterns we're using, these are the assets that we're using. I realized that I really like that aspect of graphic design a lot, and I love graphic design overall, but these specific assignments made me like those things more. um, what resources are available to me. And in order for me to really get by this month and create the things I wanted to create, I used a lot of Linda courses, and I also used my fiance as a reference a lot of the time because he's a professional designer. So I asked him for a lot of like insight because his eye is going to be better than my eye, and also fresh eyes are going to be better than your eyes anyway. I've been looking at the same thing for how long now, so I let him look at it, and then it's like, hey, did you notice this? Or hey, did you notice that? He's gonna notice things that I haven't noticed because I've been looking at it for hours. So I used him as a really good resource. If I would have wanted to take my own images. That's something I really like to do when it comes to content creation. I'm also a photographer in addition to all the other things I do. So I would rather have taken photos for my own content to create the website, just so I could not have to erase the whole middleman with the whole researching of images and finding my own images. I really like the images that I chose, but I really would like to have used my own images just because I enjoy using my own images. What could I have done differently to improve my projects? Um, I don't know. I wouldn't say there's anything I would really want to improve. I feel like I did everything I wanted to do and created everything I wanted to create. I really enjoyed how my own website turned out. It actually made me really happy and got me out of the funk that I was in for a while when it came to my work and came to my graphic design. It really made me bring my whole brand in a new direction. After I created that first strategy guide for my brand portfolio, brand strategy, I ended up going a whole new direction, creating a new logo, creating a new IG story templates, creating new everything, and it really helped shape my new brand profile. So I do appreciate that, and that's the only thing I would have done differently in order to improve my projects. Is I don't. There was not really anything to improve. I feel like. How will I use this in my career? Of course, web design will help me in my career anyway because I plan on being a graphic designer as my profession, possibly art director, creative director, something of that sort. So I do feel like just knowing, even not knowing coding or knowing JavaScript or anything like that, knowing knowing just basic website design will help me in my field. What advice do I give the future students in this course? Research, research, research. That's your best friend, and don't be afraid to make mistakes because even if it's just your first time doing web design, you can always learn something. And don't be afraid to learn from others that know more than you. I'm never afraid to ask anybody that could know more than me at something else in another field or another realm, or help, or to get a fresh set of eyes to look at your work, because that can sometimes change your outlook on what you did and change how you feel about it. So, thank you.